Hi everyone, it's Tina Olivero with Guardians of Recovery with the recovery news, weather, and the sports this evening. I have some great news. We officially have not one, but two sober living homes up and operational in St. John's. All of our rooms are now full. Yay, happy Friday. So that means that we have guys in there getting sober, going to 12-step programs, creating community, becoming, connected, profoundly connected, creating a family, sense of recovery. We're creating a recovery revolution. So it's exciting because in our homes where they're beautiful, for one thing, and gorgeous backyard, trees in the back, healing, and we're creating an art studio and a music studio in our house in the basement as well, and a little gym. So it's all progressing, and just think, a little while ago we had no sober homes in our province, and now we have one in Mount Pearl, we have two in R2 in St. John's, and the PC government green-lighted another 7 or 8 around the province. So one's happening in Bell Island, in CBS, in Central, Corner Brook. We are creating a recovery revolution. So sober living homes. Now that our sober homes are in place, people can say, put their hand up, I'm ready to recover long term. You can live there for 2 years or longer and truly get your life back. We also have a recovery company for people to work in. So we have a construction company that you can go and, work and learn skills and trades and all that good stuff. And everybody's sober. Imagine, think about all the crews out there, the roofers and everybody else. Everybody's whacked out of their trees on construction sites and mining sites, and people are obliterated working every day. That's insane. First of all, it's not safe. And second of all, something always falters as a result of that. So having a sober company to work within is gold. So that's what we're creating as well. Now, we've got sober homes coming in. We got sober company. The next thing, and it's insane that we don't have this in St. John's as of yet, is sober shelters. All those low barrier shelters with crack pipes and needles, everybody doing drugs, they are a mecca for drug sales. Down to the Gathering Place and all these places where the drug dealers go specifically to sell to people with mental health and addictions. They use kids as drug mules to sell for them, people who have, mental health issues like bipolar or psychosis like my son did. They put them out on the streets, they get them addicted, they get them selling. It's it's so sad. It's modern day slavery is what it is. And we've got trap houses all over the place. So we don't want that. We don't want our tax dollars paying for drug den shelters. We don't want our tax dollars paying for crack pipes. We want sober shelters. What does that look like? That means if someone puts up their hand and says, I want to live in a safe shelter before I go to rehab, or even while I'm thinking about getting sober, I want a safe, sober place that I can go to and stay. A place that is a sober shelter where I'm protected before I go on to rehab and then on to a sober home. Think about it. Recovery has to have that linear model. People got to go to detox, they got to go to a sober shelter, then they got to go to rehab, then they got to go to sober living home. They need to live in a sober culture. People, places, things. So, our next big goal is sober shelters. We must have, of all the shelters in St. John's, we must have at least 50% sober shelters. If we're going to have equality at all and inclusion at all, 50% of the shelters must be sober shelters. And then watch the landscape change, because the minute we have sober shelters, people's heads clear and they get the opportunity to say, hey, I want to go on to rehab. And that's going to make all the difference. So lobby your governments for sober shelters. Do not accept these massive like trap houses. The Gathering Place right now is like the biggest trap house in Newfoundland and Labrador. The number of drug deals, the number of overdoses. I'm sorry, they do great things in terms of helping people with food and stuff like that, but enabling addiction and having overdoses there every day is completely unacceptable. Stand up, speak to your MP. People in the neighborhood do not accept it. We get what we tolerate. Do not tolerate our neighborhoods falling apart. People are dropping dead like flies here. Parents, families are falling apart because our drugs are so deadly. So, what do we need? Sober shelters, rehab, sober homes. We got our sober homes in place. Let's work back. Let's get the wait times down for rehab. Let's have sober shelters. So that is the recovery news, weather, and sports for today, Friday. And also big shout out to my friend Laura, who is 7 years sober. I love you, girl. You're amazing. You are a shining light in our community. And she did Teen Challenge, so I highly recommend that for anybody. Do it. Get sober. The life on the other side of it is absolutely heaven on earth. I'm Tina Olivero, Guardians of Recovery, Ben's mom. Let's get real. Let's transform this place into a recovery revolution. Over and out.